water's coming in from the dam, which is normally never full, but it's really full right now.
When smoke was flooding our property, we knew it was time to go.
It was raining a lot and it flooded, and there was a lot of wind.
The river was really high and really close to land.
And it rained like every day.
It was just me and my mum there, and yeah, we were pretty scared because I'd never seen wind that strong in my life before.
Whether it's a flood, bushfire, cyclone or a drought, there are lots of Aussie kids who know what it's like to live through a disaster. In fact, according to a new report, 1.4 million Australian children and young people experience extreme weather each year. That's 1 in 6 kids. And researchers say that because of climate change, that number is on the rise.
Yesterday marked 2 years since we lived through a major flood. Colossal amounts of rain just poured down on us for days, and then the water rose right up in the middle of the night and just took over our town.
The day of the bushfire was really, really smoky. You couldn't see anything at all, and the sun was completely blocked out for weeks on end.
Even though I'm only 12, I've already been through 2 natural disasters. So I'm worried that when I grow older, I'll have to deal with more and more natural disasters.
We know now that with climate change, these events are going to be more frequent, they're going to be more severe, they're going to be a bigger part of our lives.
Nishad Rego is from UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, and he says natural disasters can have a lasting impact on kids.
My house, we don't think we're going to be able to move in there again. It's really unstable.
Kids can suffer from mental health problems like anxiety and stress.
Even today, people still don't have houses, and people might still have houses, but they still have that trauma. It's a pretty life-changing event.
And disasters can have a big impact on their education.
A school might be damaged, the roads leading to a school might be damaged, and if they miss out on enough school, or if their school is destroyed for a period of time, they are less likely to finish year 12. And this has all kinds of consequences for them later in life.
UNICEF says this sort of thing isn't just bad for kids, it's also bad for the economy.
We know through this report that disasters are very expensive and that they cost Australia roughly $3 billion a year on average, and up to $6.2 billion in a year where there are many disasters.
Which is why UNICEF is calling on the government to invest more into helping young people who have been affected by climate disasters.
So, for example, when a disaster strikes, we need safe play areas, learning areas, areas for children to engage with each other and just relax in the context of an emergency.
They also want young people to have more of a say in government policy.
Children and young people are experts in their own lives. They have lots to say, and they have good things to say.
They say we can learn a lot from young people's experiences and how they got through some of the tough times.
I know this isn't going to be the last natural disaster that my community is going to witness. So I feel like people need to have better knowledge on how to prepare.
Being aware of those changes will obviously make sure that when you do get something like a fire warning or an evacuation warning, you already have all the equipment and everything you need to be prepared for that.
Desmoor was very resilient, so the whole community got in and rescued people off of their roofs and tinnies. And even after the flood, with all the mess that was about, everyone helped each other to clean it all up.